Hi friends, welcome to my channel. A few days ago, I got a comment asking if we can talk about some Chinese vocabulary used in real life. You know, the real deal you catch on the streets, not the kind they teach in textbooks. I mean, why not? It's a brilliant idea. So buckle up because today we're diving into this Chinese word that won't be found in your textbooks, but we're ringing your ears over the streets of China. Absolute guarantee. After finishing this entire video, your Chinese skills will level up. The first word is 无语. 无语 directly translates to speechless in English. It implies being unable to talk, often triggered by something surprising or crazy happening. But in Chinese, it goes beyond mere silence. 无语 can convey a sense of frustration, helplessness, or a choice not to engage further, a subtle expression of discontent. Imagine a case when you and your colleague are preparing an important project together, but your colleague has not provided the part he was supposed to work on. You asked, 你的那部分报告呢？我们要赶工程期限了。哎呀，我忘了做了，时间有点紧。无语，我们已经提前安排好了，怎么会忘了？ In this example, you say 无语 to express frustration and disbelief towards your colleague for not completing his assigned part, and at the same time, kind of warn him that taking responsibility if the project encounters problems. Another example, picture your friend doing something that leaves you utterly disappointed. You might express your frustration and discontent by saying, 我对你真的是无语了. Our next word is a very interesting one, 淡定. 淡定 is a commonly used expression in daily spoken Chinese. It's used to describe maintaining a calm and composed mindset in the face of pressure, challenges, or unfavorable situations. This term typically conveys a staying calm attitude. Stay calm. For example, your brother is taking an important exam. You talk to him. 这个考试好难啊，你不紧张吗？淡定淡定，紧张也解决不了问题啊，我会尽力发挥最好的水平。In this example, your brother uses 淡定 to convey his calm attitude toward the exam, emphasizing that getting nervous won't help and expressing his intention to focus on performing at his best. 淡定. Our next word is 干嘛? The most common meaning of 干嘛 is what are you doing in English. Breaking it down, 干 can be directly translated to do. 嘛 can be translated to what. So 干嘛 is almost equivalent to do what. In daily life, when you want to ask someone in Chinese what they're doing, you would say 你在干嘛? Similarly, you can ask about others, like 他在干嘛? What is he doing? Or David 在干嘛? What is David doing? The phrase 干嘛 can also be used for questioning or expressing disbelief. For example, if your friend is doing something absurd or making you angry, you might say 你干嘛呀? Which is similar to what you doing, man, in English. Well, next word might be a bit controversial. It's a well-known slang word, but some people consider it a dirty or inappropriate word, so you might want to be careful when you use it in more formal and polite situations or when interacting with strangers. Yes, the word is 牛逼. 牛逼 typically describes someone or something as very powerful or outstanding. This term is often used with positive meaning, indicating high praise for a person or thing. You can describe someone's ability or the high level of something, leaving a deep impression in you as 牛逼, and also say 牛逼 to praise someone or something for exceptional performance. For example, 小王 and 小李 are playing a game together, and 小李 is amazed by 小王's exceptional skills. 小王 says, 你看，这个游戏我已经打通关了。哇，你太牛逼了，我还在努力升级呢。In this example, 小李 uses 牛逼 to compliment 小王's outstanding performance in the game. Well, our next word is 干脆. 干脆 means to act decisively, promptly, and without hesitation, handling things in a straightforward and uncomplicated manner. For example, when faced with choices, if someone makes a decision without any hesitation, 干脆 can be used to describe it. Or when you're discussing something or making a plan, if you want to suggest a direct and uncomplicated approach to be taken, You can also say 干脆 plus your proposal. For example, you and your friend are discussing where to go for the weekend. You say, 我们周末去哪里玩吧？你有什么建议？干脆我们去爬山吧，既锻炼身体，又能欣赏风景。In this example, your friend uses the word 干脆 to convey her suggestion as a simple and decisive decision, proposing a clear and straightforward plan. Now, before we jump into the next word, if you find this video so far interesting or useful, please don't forget to subscribe the channel. Love you guys. Cheers. Alright, our next word is 千万. 千万 has two main usages and meanings. Firstly, it can indicate a quantity of 10 million or signify a very large number. However, in Chinese spoken language, it is often used to express a sincere and urgent tone, equivalent to the meaning of must, be sure to in English, conveying a strong emphasis on the necessity or importance of something. For example, Xiao Zhang is preparing to attend a job interview. His friend says to Xiao Zhang, 千万记得提前了解公司背景，这样你能更好地回答面试官的问题。In this case, Xiao Zhang's friend uses 千万 to emphasize the importance of researching the company background beforehand to increase Xiao Zhang's chances of success in the interview. Next word, 白干. 白干 is often used to indicate that someone has done something without receiving the expected reward or compensation, and it may also imply that effort has been in vain. It usually carries a negative feeling, expressing the sentiment of putting in hard work but not getting the corresponding returns. For example, Xiaoming worked very hard and contributed a lot to the company, but in the end, he did not receive the expected rewards or recognition. He says, 我为公司做了那么多贡献，结果升职的机会都给别人了，真是白干了。In this example, Xiaoming uses 白干 to convey the idea that his efforts have not been rewarded as expected, emphasizing the feeling of laboring in vain at work. Come on, our next word is 别. 别 has various meanings in Chinese, such as separate or distinguish. In spoken language, it has a very common and straightforward meaning as well, which is do not. When advising someone not to do something, you can say 不要做 or simply 别. For example, your close friend is considering whether to work overtime and stay up late. And you say 别熬夜了，对身体不好，还是早点休息吧。In this example, you use 别 to dissuade your friend, advising her not to continue working overtime and encouraging her to prioritize her health by getting some rest. Moving on, let's proceed to 懒得. 懒得 is a commonly used term in Chinese daily language, typically used to express a lack of interest, motivation, or patience for something, indicating an unwillingness to do a certain task. Now, let's look at an interesting example. Your entire family are planning to go hiking together over the weekend, but you are not interested in the plan. Your parents ask, 周末我们去爬山怎么样？风景应该很美。懒得爬山，太累了，我们不如在家看电影吧。In this case, you say 懒得 to express a lack of interest and motivation for the hiking plan, suggesting staying at home to watch a movie instead. Well, don't do that in reality. We should all spend more time outdoors. Okay, our next word is 面子. 面子 typically refers to the respect and dignity maintained in social situations. Like, in important occasions, people usually pay attention to 面子, presenting themselves in a very dignified and respectful manner. We also sometimes use the word to indicate actions taken to preserve one's own or others' dignity. We say 给面子, which means to preserve someone's dignity. Imagine a scenario, Xiaoming and Xiaohong are attending a formal dinner together. Xiaoming says, 这场晚宴上应该穿什么好呢？穿得体一点，给人好印象，毕竟这是老板主持的晚宴，关系到公司的面子。In this example, Xiaohong uses 面子 to emphasize dressing appropriately for the important occasion, considering it's a dinner hosted by the boss and reflects on the company's image. Moving on, shall we all 躺平 or not? 躺平 is a term that has emerged in recent years in Chinese. It is commonly used to describe a passive attitude towards society pressure and competition, indicating a reluctance to exert more effort and preference for a simple, relaxed lifestyle. Imagine you're talking to a friend about attitudes toward life. You say, 最近大家都在忙碌工作，你怎么看？我干脆躺平了，不愿意过于拼命。工作重要，但生活更重要。In this case, your friend says 躺平 to express a reluctance to overly strive, indicating a preference for a more relaxed approach to life. Well, you may choose whatever lifestyle you want, but don't 躺平 in this video, because we are more than halfway without only a few words left. You certainly don't want to miss them. Without further ado, next one, 内卷 or simply 卷。内卷 or 卷 is mainly used to describe the phenomenon of excessive competition and overwork in society or the workplace. This term typically carries a negative connotation, referring to individuals who, in the pursuit of success or promotion, work too hard. People work, they work. People rest, they still work, leading to the overall environment overly tense and stressful. Let's look at this example. 小张 and 小李 are working in the same team, and the company has just announced a new project. 小张 says, 我们得尽快完成这个项目，不然可能会有竞争。别太卷了，生活也要有点乐趣嘛。In this case, 小李 uses 卷 to advise 小张 not to overwork and reminds him to enjoy some fun in life while working. Well, our next word is 搬砖. 搬砖 is a commonly used slang in Chinese, typically referred to engaging in laborious, repetitive, and low-level work. It can also broadly indicate labor-intensive tasks. This term is often used with a light and humorous tone. Imagine that you met a friend the other day. You discuss about your jobs. You ask, 你最近在忙些什么呀？我这阵子一直忙着搬砖呢。In this example, your friend uses 搬砖 to describe his work as basic and repetitive with a self-mocking humor. Well, next one is a funny word, 摸鱼. 摸 means touch in Chinese, and 鱼 means fish. But 摸鱼 does not mean touching fish in daily conversation. This word typically used to describe being lazy or slack, not putting in serious effort at work or in studies. This term carries light and humorous tone. For example, 小张 and 小李 work in the same office. When the boss walks by, they are chatting instead of working. 小张 says, 我们得赶紧开始工作，老板来了。别担心，老板知道我们经常在摸鱼，没关系的。In this example, 小李 uses 摸鱼 to describe them chatting instead of working during office hours, and expresses the attitude that boss might not mind too much. Our next one is a word that frequently used among the younger generation. 逆天 is commonly used to describe something that goes beyond the ordinary, defies common sense, or exceeds expectations to an extraordinary degree. You can say 逆天. For example, Xiao Wang is playing a game and successfully cleared an extremely challenging level in a very unique way. His friend Xiao Li says, 这个关卡太难了，你是怎么通关的？哈哈，我用了一个逆天的技能，直接打掉了大 boss. In this example, Xiao Wang uses 逆天 to describe how he used an extraordinary technique or combo in the game and skipped past all the challenges. Now, we have only 3 words left. 打脸. 打脸 is often used to describe a situation where one's face is figuratively slapped by someone else, either through criticism or denial, or when somebody acknowledges of an error or misjudgment resulting in an awkward or embarrassing moment. This term is often infused with a bit of irony or humor. For example, Xiaoming and Xiaohong are discussing a movie. Xiaoming had previously criticized the plot of the movie, but recently changed his opinion. Xiaohong says, 你之前不是说这部电影很烂吗？是呀，但我最近重新看了一遍，觉得还挺好的。啊？你这是直接打脸啊？ In this example, Xiaoming, by changing his evaluation of the movie, is directly pointed out by Xiaohong for experiencing the moment of 打脸. Next one, 吊打. 吊打 is a slang term in Chinese, typically used to describe a situation where one far surpasses an opponent in a certain aspect, easily defeating them. This term carries a sense of exaggeration and intensity, often used to describe overwhelming victories in competitions or contests. For example, Xiao Wang and Xiao Li participated in a table tennis match, and Xiao Wang won easily. Xiao Li says, 我以为你不怎么擅长乒乓球呢，怎么这么轻松就赢了？哈哈，我小时候可是乒乓球冠军，吊打你简直易如反掌。In this scenario, Xiao Wang uses 吊打 to exaggerate and describe his victory in a table tennis match, easily defeated Xiao Li in the game. Finally, we are arriving at our last one. If you're still watching, I want to say thank you first, and you are a true warrior. Final word, 脑洞. 脑洞 is typically used to describe the extent of someone's creative or imaginative thinking. This term often carries a humorous and exaggerated tone, used to highlight someone's exceptionally unique or novel ideas. Now, let's look at an amusing example. Xiaoming and Xiaohong are discussing a science fiction novel, and Xiaoming proposes an unusually creative plot twist. Xiaohong says, 这个故事的情节怎么这么新奇？你是怎么想到的？哈哈，我干脆打开脑洞，想了个反转大结局。In this example, Xiaoming uses 脑洞 to describe his creative thinking, emphasizing the novelty and unexpected nature of the story's plot. Whew, congratulations! We finished all the words. It's a really long journey. Let me know if you guys like this kind of content. If you find this video interesting or useful, please do not forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. Stay tuned. I'll see you in my next video.